The Public Works Department Street Division is responsible for the maintenance and repair of all publicly owned streets in town. Knowing the current condition of our road system is extremely important. We use an industry standard measurement known as the Pavement Condition Index, or PCI, to grade each street in town. Using this PCI information, we can then put each road into a category between failed and excellent. PCI data is great for measuring the surface conditions of a road, but we also need to know what's going on underneath the surface of the road. To get an idea of what's going on underneath the road, we hire a contractor that brings in a falling weight deflectometer. This tool does exactly as the name implies. It drops a weight on the surface of the road, then uses sonar to measure the subsurface conditions of the road. We can then combine the PCI data with the information from the falling weight deflectometer and get engineering recommendations on how to proceed with repairing our roads. The PCI information and the deflectometer results are combined to give us a pavement condition rating. We have a pavement condition rating of good on Iowa Street. The road surface has very little cracking and it was last repaved in 2009. When a road's in this condition, the engineers recommend only surface treatments, meaning slurry seals and crack sealing. The pavement condition rating on Hellman Street is also considered good. Hellman Street's not in as good a shape as Iowa Street, though. There is some cracking, and it was last repaved in 1984. A road in this condition, the engineers recommend removing 1 inch of the existing asphalt and replacing it with 2 inches of new asphalt. Whiteman Street has a pavement condition rating of good to fair. There's a moderate amount of cracking in the road surface. There's also several utility cuts. This road was last repaved in 1982. A road in this condition, the engineers recommend we remove 2 inches of the existing asphalt and replace it with 2 inches of new asphalt. Maple Street has a pavement condition rating of fair. There's significant amounts of cracking in the road surface. There's also areas that have what's considered to be alligator cracking. This section of road was last repaved in 1990. On a road with conditions like this, engineers recommend removing 2 inches of the existing asphalt and replacing it with 2.5 inches of new asphalt. South Mountain Avenue has a pavement condition rating that ranges from fair to poor. There are significant amounts of cracking in the road surface. In this case, the cracks have been sealed, but this road was last paved in 1975. On a road with these conditions, the engineers recommend removing 2 inches of the existing asphalt and replacing it with 3 inches of new asphalt. North Mountain Avenue has a pavement condition rating of poor. There's significant amounts of cracking in the road surface. It's also too thin for the current traffic load. This road was last repaved in 1997. On roads with these conditions, the engineers recommend removing 4 inches of the existing asphalt and replacing it with 5 inches of new asphalt. Hershey Street has a pavement condition rating that has failed. There's significant amounts of cracking in the road surface. There's also structural issues with the subsurface. This section of road was last repaved in 1990. At this point, there's nothing that can be done to improve the road condition. All the asphalt needs to be removed, all the base rock needs to be removed, and needs to be completely rebuilt. That was just a quick overview of some sample roads from conditions that rate from good to failed. This map is color-coded to show the current condition of all the collector streets here in town. With this information, we know exactly how much work we have to do to get our roads back up into acceptable condition. As you can see, there is a lot of work to be done.